So we're going to move on. Ethan, you're going to love this one because we're going to have a whole 10 minutes of hockey.
Hockey.
I got my puck in the background too.
Yeah.
So, if the season were to end right now, as you know, the Rangers clinched with their win against the Blue Jackets. Huge bounce-back win against the Lightning. Yeah, yesterday, down 2-0. Who would have thought? Lightning, one of the hottest teams, and now, wow.
Who did they lose against who they could have clinched if they won? Was it the Sabres or was it...
It was the Sabres.
It was the Sabres. And at that point, our correspondent, Ethan, was saying they don't even deserve to be in the playoffs.
Ethan, what do you think now, huh?
They don't deserve to be in the playoffs because it was just such an atrocious loss.
Yeah, Ethan says 76ers in a sweep as well.
Okay, and that was from our last show. We said who would win 7-game series, UConn women or 76ers. I said UConn wins. He said 76ers wins. And so did Ethan.
You just got shot by Ethan. Okay. Okay, but anyway, hockey. So both the Islanders and the Rangers clinched because the Islanders had a bounce-back win against the Capitals last night, which was great for them, blah, blah, blah. I hate the Islanders, Rangers fan. But I'm not going to let that get in the way of what I'm going to say because if the season were to end right now, we'd have the Rangers as the 3 seed, Islanders as the wild card, even though they play each other tomorrow, which is going to be big for the switching of the seeds.
Oh, did you see Ethan's, he tweeted at us right now, there's a new alignment in the NHL. It's no longer 1st versus 8, 2 versus 7.
Ethan, I think it's stupid. I think it's the most stupid system in one of the more stupid systems in the playoffs because it's not right. Let's think about it from this way, right? From this perspective. Rangers win the number 3 seed, right?
Yeah.
They face the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they are one of the hottest teams. They beat the Penguins. They go on against the Washington Capitals, most likely, because I think Washington wins their first series, which is going to be incredible because Washington's having one of the best seasons. And that's their road to the conference finals. If they come in as a wild card, they have to face the Florida Panthers, who we both agree are on the downslope.
Oh, definitely.
So that's a definite maybe to win. And then they face either the winner of the Redskins,
the Redskins,
the Red Wings,
Detroit
against the Lightning, and I think either of those are winnable teams.
Yeah.
I think the Red Wings are the most overrated team in the East, and that's their road to the finals.
Yeah.
And by the way, if that happens one way or another, there's a chance that we can have an Islanders-Rangers conference final.
Now, how amazing would that be? How crazy would this town, would New York City be? That would be absolutely amazing.
It should absolutely be like the NBA's playoff. It's much easier to follow, much easier to understand. Agreed, Ethan. I mean, you don't have to convince me. I think the NHL, the new rules for the seeding is the most stupid thing in the world. I definitely think you should have an advantage if you win your division, but come on.
Can you explain those to our audience, the new NHL rules?
As opposed to going 1 seed versus 8 seed, they break it down by division. So, Washington right now is the number 1 seed in the Metropolitan Division. They're going to be facing the wild card team. I mean, they're going to be facing the 3 seed. The wild card seed in the other conference, the other division. So Metropolitan teams can't face each other in the first round. So an Islanders-Rangers first round would be impossible because it can't.
No, why did they do this? Like why did rationale whatsoever?
I don't know. It's the same reason why they wanted to trade John Scott after he got elected to, because the NHL league. As much as people want to bash the NFL's arbitration and
all the mess that goes over there,
but like this, I think the NHL is terrible with that kind of rule changes. I think it's stupid. And Ethan says, this was my next question to you.
Okay.
Would rather play the Caps than the Islanders, blah, blah, blah. Rangers have trouble being. I agree with you. Listen, I think the Rangers do not. I think when you start to pick your opponent, like they were saying, should the Rangers just lose, get the wild card spots that they face? You can't do that because once you start to pick your opponent, you lose. And you know what? I have confidence that the Rangers beat Pittsburgh. And you know what? They fared well against Washington, even though this is a fairly different Washington team.
But you gotta remember, too, in the playoffs, things change. Washington could be out first round. I very much doubt it, but, Washington, right now, they're not gonna play the same exact way.
I think they could get past the first round.
Oh, no, I think so,
think
too.
that if any team they should be afraid of, it's the Rangers, because you said it before the show started. They're underrated coming in because they have talent.
Yeah.
Like, let's look. You have Zuccarello, Brassard, you have Stepan, you got guys that can score. Even Rick Nash has shown talent.
Finally, right?
And, I mean, you have one of the better goaltenders to ever play.
No, Rick Nash, too, not last year, 2 years ago, wasn't that the year he had such a great postseason?
It was last season. No, well, last
season was terrible.
No, last season was a terrible postseason, a good regular season. I don't know that he's ever had a good postseason.
I thought he had a good postseason 2 years ago.
I think he's one of the worst postseason players in there, in the Rangers. Islanders or the Lightning, who would I rather play? That's a no-brainer, I think.
You think so?
I think the Lightning. I think going into the conference finals...
Well, the Rangers have struggled with the
Islanders. They have, and I think the pressure of it's going to be a lot. But I think the Rangers make it to the conference finals. That means they're much better than we're giving them credit for, and I think they win it. They make it to the finals. Depends who they face, because I think West Coast teams are just so much better than the Eastern teams.
Okay.
Even teams that aren't making the playoffs, I think, would have a chance to be in a 2 seed in the East. I just think it's an unfair competition. But hey, I'm a Rangers fan, I hope. I bleed blue, so we're hoping.
What are you more worried about? If the Rangers make the Stanley Cup their opponent, or just playing the Capitals in any round?
Much more worried about their first round. More than anything.
Just their first round?
They make it past the first round. I don't fear them beating Washington, because...
But I'm saying opponent-wise.
Opponent-wise?
Forget the round.
Whoever they play first round is going to be my scariest opponent. Yes, 100%. They play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's hot.
Mm-hmm.
They play, who did I say? They play the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers, this is their first time being this close. This is their best team. I think that they have heart. So, it scares me. First round scares me. If the Rangers get by the first round, Capitals don't worry me. And if they're able to get past the... Well, listen...
On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you of the Capitals?
7.
7. And let's just say I said the same question to you last year going into the series with the Capitals. What would you say?
5 or 6.
Okay.
Because
so it's not that big of a difference, although they've much better this year?
Go with 5. Because I thought the Rangers were great last year, and the Washington Capitals didn't match up, but I just had a feeling that year that it was going to be tough to get in.
Mm-hmm.
But we beat the Capitals. But this year, it's a much better Capitals team.
Oh, much
worse Rangers team. I mean, not much worse Rangers team, underperforming Rangers team. And I
not a President's Cup Rangers team as last year. That's why they had so much hype.
Well, they have the talent for it. They're just underperforming. I think that that scares me. If they get by the first round, everything else, not that the Washington Capitals wouldn't scare me. It's just, I don't see them making it past the first round by the way they're playing. They're playing inconsistent hockey, not great hockey. It's just, if they are able to make it past the first round, then I give them more credit, and I'm still terrified of Washington. And if they make it past Washington, and let's say they get to go up against the Islanders in the conference finals, I'll be terrified because they fared terribly against the Islanders, and this is an Islanders team that's fighting to make it to that finals. And then if they get to the finals, they have to face a West Coast team. So it only gets more challenging, but I think it starts at that
So, now, to pretty much finish our show, what are your Stanley Cup picks?
Okay,
obviously it's going to change by the time we get to the Stanley Cup. There are a lot of teams, but if you were to choose right now.
Alright, well...
I'll give you time. We still have 55 seconds left.
Well,
not too much time.
Who are you giving me? The winner or the 2 winners?
The two participants in the Stanley Cup.
And if it ends right now, I say Islanders beat the Panthers to go up against the Lightning. Lightning beats the Islanders.
I'm just saying Stanley Cup. Who do you think is going to be the Stanley Cup?
Well, I have to get to that because I don't want to put 2 guys that are unable to go up against each other. I think that, honestly, the Capitals go on to the Stanley Cup to face the...
That's fair. I would agree with the Capitals, unfortunately, for the Rangers.
To face the, I'm going to say the Dallas Stars have a great chance.
Okay.
I say the Capitals win their Stanley Cup because I like the Stars. Think they're a great team. Don't know if they'll fare well in the finals.
Okay, and that's it. Thanks for watching. This has been the Man Cave
Come on,
Live.
John, you have to close this out this time. Let's go. Close it out.
I'm John Jackson.
Raphael Aaliyah, you know that.
This has been the Man Cave Live. Thank you for tuning in.